Hello there. I am 39 weeks pregnant. Pretty sure this is my first baby update. It will definitely also be my last. But I wanted to share with you what is in my hospital bag, which I have right here. Oh, it's quite heavy. Also gonna share with you my simple birth plan and a baby update. Pretty sure that's it. 30 seconds in, I'm already uncomfortable. I should get a chair. Okay, so it has been a heck of a week, last week. I share in my Instagram whenever I have like ultrasound, baby appointments, whatever. I don't always share on YouTube just because it's like simple. Thankfully, this pregnancy has been very normal. Love to be normal, okay? So thankfully, I haven't had much to share. That is until how far? I was 37 weeks. I had an ultrasound because I'm geriatric. I'm of advanced maternal age. So when you're later in your pregnancy, they like to do ultrasounds to check the amniotic fluid and check on baby, all that good stuff, right? So I had an ultrasound done and we found out that baby was breech. And boy, was that a lot to take in. At 37 weeks to have a breech baby, Google says that it is extremely unlikely that the baby will flip on their own. I should also mention the type of breech. The baby was transverse breech. I say baby because we don't know the gender. I get a lot of questions about that. Also, I'm 39 weeks along. And somehow, whenever I say how far along I am, I still get the question, when are you due? Well, just tack on a week. Technically, I could go into labor at any moment in time now. I've actually been having contractions all morning, but that's like prodromal labor, Braxton Hicks, you know, it's hard to tell the difference, but I typically go well over my due date, 41, 42 weeks. And so I expect the same thing to happen this time along. But you never know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had a breech baby, transverse, which means they were laying this way across my belly. So it could have been worse. Although in my head, I did not think that it could have been worse. I was thinking, this is the worst. I'm laughing now, but last week there were I was very stressed out and there were a lot of tears, but it's just like hormones, and this is our 5th and final baby, so in my head, I was hoping for another wonderful birth. And really every birth is wonderful as long as it brings your baby into this world safely. I'm not against C-sections. I was a C-section baby, emergency C-section, so I'm extremely grateful for them. There's a reason why they exist. There's a reason why we have that option, and I'm so grateful to have that option. It just, in my head, wasn't what I wanted, and I was mentally preparing for that. I was on YouTube looking up all the okay, I'm getting ahead of myself because that's how I tell stories. It's not in sequential order. Found out baby was breech, came home, did all the spinning baby exercises. I YouTubed, I made appointments to have an external cephalic version, which is basically when the doctor tries to turn baby from the outside of your belly. External cephalic version. Cephalic means head down. So that's the goal, to get baby head down. Typically, your baby should be head down by 36 weeks. And so, you know, I was Googling all the ways to turn baby. I've had a breech baby before at 36 weeks. Thankfully, they turned by 37 weeks. I did all the spinning baby exercises. And so that was nice, but this time around, for whatever reason, I thought there's like the way that I felt hiccups, the way I felt the kicks, I thought this baby did not turn. There's no stinking way. I'll give you the update before I finish the story. Baby is now head down. At my 38-week appointment, I was 38 weeks and like 3-4 days or something. I found out that baby was head down. Woo, what a load off that was. I was very emotional. I thought, no stinking way. And there's a lot involved in getting an external cephalic version. There's pre-ops. I had to like get a couple tests done a few days before, lab work, and then of course the day of. Is that a spider? I'm just glad it's outside, it's big. That's what happens when you live in the woods. So I was mentally preparing for all of that. Thankfully, I could cancel all of those appointments and I don't have to go through with them, but it's a lot. My procedure would have been yesterday, so I would have almost been 39 weeks. And so I was YouTubing 38, 39 week ECVs, And well, short story long, there were hardly any success stories. I mean, I watched so many of them and I just wanted something to be positive. Everyone was saying how painful they were and how it was a failed procedure, it was not a success, and baby was still breech and blah. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I need someone to tell me some good news. So if you're in that position and you're looking for some good news about a breech baby at 38 weeks, let me be your shining example right now, because it is possible for your baby to turn on their own at 38 weeks. I was 38 weeks and the baby turned. It surprised me too, okay? After all the research that I had done, it was like, 1% chance. I was like, the odds are not in my favor. But Alex was very supportive and he was like, you just trust the process. Your baby knows what they're doing. Your body knows what it's doing. Just give it time. And really, it's out of your control. You know, you could do all the spinning baby exercises, but sometimes things are just out of our control and babies are breech for whatever reason. And sometimes they turn, sometimes they don't. So there's that. Thankfully, my baby turned head down. So I hopefully will have another natural childbirth, which is what I was hoping for. It's my 5th and final, so I thought, you know, maybe I'll have another magical water birth. Who knows? I do have a birth plan, so water birth is on there, but you know, I've got my fingers crossed. But honestly, you never know what happens when, you know, you go into labor. There's an unforeseeable factor, and that is your baby. You never know how your baby's gonna react when you're in labor, so you just have to roll with it. You can plan for certain things that you would like to happen, but also for me, I have the expectation of things may not go as planned. Hold on, because I forgot to mention, I'm just adding this in, the external cephalic version that I had scheduled included it was a whole thing. It's like a whole thing, okay? They have to book an OR and prepare as if you're going in for a C-section. You're not allowed to eat like 8 hours before. You have to fast. You have to get like lab work done. And then they set you up, give you an epidural to have this, you know, external cephalic version done, and it's a whole thing. And so mentally it's a lot to process, but a lot of the times when I was watching the YouTube videos, the women were talking like they just went in and had some grease on their belly. So I don't know if my offices do it differently, but when I asked about the procedure, they laid it out and they said, you're getting an epidural. If something were to happen, which is also a very, very low chance of your water breaking or the baby being under distress or something happening where they have to, you know, if they have to give you a C-section in that moment, you're ready, you're prepared, and good to go. And also the epidural helps your body relax so they're able to like move the baby around. I do think that in the videos that I was watching that the women did not get an epidural. They were given some kind of shot to loosen their muscles so that they could have the procedure done. Okay, that's it. So other than that, as far as the baby update goes, everything is great. Baby is measuring like 50th percentile. I told you normal is like, I'm so thankful to have a normal pregnancy after my last pregnancy. So hopefully things continue to be normal. And actually, it is very normal to go past your due date if you go into labor spontaneously. So there's that. I do have a birth plan, which I will share with you after I share with you what's in my hospital bag, but I will be packing this in my hospital bag, which I happen to have right here, which I feel like there are a few things that I packed this time around that I've never packed before. Also, I'd like to think that I'm pretty minimal in packing my hospital bag because like really the hospital provides so many things that you need that you like I remember my first, I'm not sure I even opened my hospital bag, maybe for the snacks. Hold on, my phone keeps going off. Okay, so let's dive into this sucker. I know what you're thinking. Wow, that is the coolest hospital bag I've ever seen. Please link it below. Well, joke's on you because I got it secondhand, thrifted, and there's no brand on it. All right. Mostly I need to go through this. 1, to double check that I have everything. 2, to pull out all the clothes and actually wash them. And 3, I don't think there's a third reason. So before I hop into the hospital bag, I just want to mention the hospital will pretty much have everything you need. Most of the things that you bring to the hospital is really just for convenience, for comfort. So a lot of people bring a pillow or something like that, or a bobby pillow, just for comfort and convenience. So the way I view it is kind of like roughing it when you're camping. Like I can sustain it for a couple of days, and then when I get home, I will have most of my convenience items like my bobby pillow, etc., etc. I'll give you a peek inside. I literally just threw a bunch of crap in here. If you saw my bedside nursery set up, you saw that I went through and was literally tossing things in here, okay? I don't even know where to start. How about stuff I'll need for labor? Oh, nothing. I don't know, what do you need for labor? Nothing. Some people pack, like, I was gonna say an iPod or like a playlist or something they have on their phone, but I just like nothing. I did, however, pack some socks because you don't know if you need to be walking around the hospital. I actually packed 3 pairs of these socks. These are from Amazon. They have the grippies on the bottom. I think they're fantastic. I brought 3 pairs to have one during labor if they get messed up or soiled or whatever. I have 2 extra pairs. And then speaking of having soiled belongings, I packed a wet bag so I can throw anything that got messy that I want to keep in the wet bag. But for the most part, when you're in labor, you're gonna be wearing your hospital gown. So you can just, they can deal with that, you know? But let's say you wrap your baby up in a blanket that you have, it might be special, and then they like poop all over it with their meconium. And you're like, oh man, I wanna keep that, I wanna wash it, so you can throw that in the wet bag too. It doesn't have to be a wet bag, you can bring like a grocery bag or literally any kind of bag. And honestly, I'm sure at the hospital they have, you know what? They definitely have like the hospital belongings bags. And they're plastic and you can do what you want with that as well. So honestly, the hospital has so much, or at least the hospital that I deliver at does. As for labor and delivery, like that's pretty much it. After delivery, I do plan on saving my placenta, so I did pack a little cooler here for them to put my placenta in so I can take it home and do with it what I want. That part really actually excites me. I love looking at the placentas, and especially with my last one because I had placental lakes and I had that subchorionic hematoma. So that was, I mean, that was so fun for me to like examine it. I am personally going to do placenta encapsulation. If you've never heard of the benefits of placenta encapsulation or never heard of it in general, it's basically when you get your placenta and there's a process, but it eventually gets turned into like a little capsule vitamin. So it's like just taking another vitamin. And there are supposed benefits to it. You can Google it if you're interested. There are, you know, I'm sure a ton of articles, but I believe in the benefits and the powers of placenta encapsulation, so that's what I choose to do. Some people bring it home, bury it with a tree, like plant it, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's your organ. You can keep it. You can do whatever you want with it. There are certain circumstances where the hospital has to keep it for testing if something were to happen during your labor and delivery or whatever, but for the most part, it's your organ and you get to take it home. Okay, so moving on to after birth, I guess. That's really what you're packing for. Number 1 most important thing, in my opinion, actually, I don't even know. It is Wish Garden After Ease. This is the tincture that I used for the first time with my 4th. And this helps with easing the pains of the after pains. Did you know that after you deliver, and then after you deliver your placenta, you get what they call a uterine massage? Your nurse is also a masseuse. Yep. So they basically just press on your uterus, you know, and after that, first of all, it's uncomfortable, but it has to happen. But also, every time you nurse, it's going to trigger some hormones in your bodies to have your uterus contract back down to pre-pregnancy size. It's not gonna happen like that. It takes a while. But the first couple of days postpartum, those after pains are particularly uncomfortable if you've had multiple births. So I found that last time around, this tincture was magic. And I'll keep you posted on how it works after this time around, but I did not even need ibuprofen or anything. Okay, oh, actually during birth, I brought this little doohickey, and who knows if I'll be able to film. Last time around, this is like just a little tripod thing. You can kind of put it anywhere. It's for your phone. So, I don't know. My feet are pins and needles. So hopefully I'll be able to film the birth this time around again. It's just nice to have those memories, and it's not just because I do YouTube. It's like people have been filming their births forever. You know, having the old home videos, and you know, we don't get all up in this too, but just having those memories, it's such a special time and such a special moment. Even if you just snap a few pictures to have those, I would encourage you to do that. Actually, we did not hire a photographer this time around. I think it'll be my first. I didn't do it with my first, but I had a photographer slash doula with my second, third, and fourth. Well, doula with my second, and then photographer with my third and fourth. And those photos are so precious. So this time around, I decided just to hire someone to do a fresh 48, which is basically just after labor and delivery, within the first 48 hours, someone comes in and takes pictures of, you know, your baby, or you and your baby, or whatever you want, you know. It's, again, very special moments the first couple of days after you deliver, and they grow so fast. So hopefully that happens. Okay, if not, then hopefully we'll get something caught on film. Who knows? I think it really depends on who you have in the delivery room, whether or not they say, that's okay, or that's against hospital policy. We've had that happen before. Like, you can film up to this point and then not certain things. So we just kind of go with the flow and get what we can. Okay, so moving right along. What else is important? Snacks. Snacks are important. I definitely did not pack enough snacks this time around, so I'm gonna have to throw some more in my diaper bag. I really like the Bare Naked granola bites. They're soft, they're similar to this. These are dark chocolate and sea salt. They have different flavors, but I tried the vanilla ones and they're not good. So I picked these up. They are dairy-free, gluten-free, and they have granola, which is great. It'll help me stay full. It's got 4 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, so not too shabby. It's shelf stable. I also have like a bag of nuts. I just need to raid my pantry before I leave. Not before I leave, before I finish packing my bag, and I'll just throw some more in there. Dried fruit is good. Also, did I say trail mix? And, oh, if you remember, like on your way, to grab like anything with a peel, like bananas or oranges or something like that. I just remember last time around, middle of the night, I was so dang hungry, because you're like, it's a lot on your body, you know what I mean? Nursing and just being exhausted from labor and delivery, and I just wanted all the snacks. Plus, when you're up nursing a newborn, you have to like try to stay awake. Gum is a good one, but also Twizzlers maybe. That's like a staple road trip snack. Twizzlers, because you can munch on them and it like keeps you awake, you know. So all good things, anything to eat, right? I have a swaddle for the baby. It literally still has a tag on it. Oh my gosh, speaking of swaddle for the baby, announcement things. So I got a couple of things off of Spamazon here. Is this one of them? I don't know. These look very similar. Let me crack into these. Okay, so here's the little you know, baby thing I have to put the baby in. It has the open bottom that you can tie. And then I got this like cute little blanket. I thought like, oh, for fresh 48 photos, or even just like snapping a real quick birth announcement photo on my phone or whatever. The kit also came with a name, I don't know what to call this. Name, weight, date, time. Hello world. Hello. And then, since we don't know the gender, this one also came with a normal hat and then a bow. That bow, there it is. And that was a gift, but I ordered this one before I got that one. And this one just has a couple of different, I mean, they're very similar. But I was just looking for something like a printed swaddle blanket, and then like, I don't know, just anything to match this, because this is what I had to, in my head, to put the baby in. And this one comes with a headband bow and a hat. You like knot the hat up. And this is the sign that comes with this one. It's just so darling, isn't it? I have a lot of emotions. And then there's a hat too that goes with the green thing. Oh my gosh, also another bow. Jeez Louise, I've got all the options. But you know what I don't have? A going home outfit for baby. Okay. I already feel like I have too many options. Is monochromatic too much for a baby? Okay, this will be good enough. Sunshine day, oh you better go, your sunshine way. That's not how it goes. Is that the song from the Brady Bunch? What's the song when they're riding up the escalator and they're like in Sears? Put on your Sunday best, kids. We're going to Sears, or we're going to the mall. Oh man, that's a classic movie. Pretty sure they're singing Sunshine Day. I might be wrong 100%. Anyway, I thought nice and bright. This baby doesn't have a lot of clothes, but I also feel like they have enough. It's just pants for the car because you can't really put baby in the car when they're wearing a sleeper like this. And then just a cute little onesie. You know, cute. All right, I gotta wash that crap. I'm also bringing a robe for myself, and this is just a black robe. I think it's like tied up right now. I should probably give it a good old washing. Pretty sure last time I wore it was when I delivered my other baby. It has long sleeves, but it like tapers in. I don't like the like sleeves that are hanging off of me. And it's pretty lightweight, comes with a little thing. Actually, this is not the little thing that comes with it. I lost it, and this is just from an old t-shirt. You work with what you have, and under the robe, you could wear the hospital gown that they give you. That's like totally fine, right? But instead, I might throw an outfit in here, but it's most likely that I won't, because even thinking, oh, I'm gonna have my Fresh 48 photos. The Fresh 48 photos are not about me, they're about baby. And even if I have guests that come, I'm totally comfortable with wearing my robe. And then underneath of it, I wear this. It's like a nursing maternity nightgown. So it has the nursing clips up top, and it is a pack of 2. I wore this in the hospital when I had Meredith, and this was just fantastic, mostly because it is open at the bottom, and that first day postpartum, the nurses are gonna come in at the worst possible times and like right when the baby falls asleep, or right when you get a second of shut-eye, or when you've been sleeping for 15 minutes and then you hear the crack of the door open, like knock knock, time to check your blood pressure. Like, it's rising right now as we speak. Oh, that's probably the worst part of postpartum in the hospital, right? They don't leave you alone, which is like, I get it. They want to make sure that you're healthy and stuff, but man, people are in and out of your room. Okay, so back to this. It's open at the bottom. So when they come in to check you, make sure everything's going well down there, and also your uterus, they check your vagina, they do all the things. And so this is just convenient and comfortable. I also brought one just in case, like, I don't know, the baby poops all over me or something. That's probably better to be prepared than have nothing to wear. But also they'll give you a hospital gown, so really you don't need anything. Okay, I also for the first time am bringing a sound machine because I'm bougie. I debated doing this. It's like I said, people are in and out of your room. It's like a rotating door. So it's nice to have a sound machine for the baby. Just like they're used to that white noise, and it helps them sleep through all the visitors. I call them visitors, but they're really just a bunch of people coming in to check on you and ask about social security and birth certificates and blood pressure and temperature. Oh, the worst is when it's 7 a.m., time for a shift change. Hi, let me introduce you to the new nurse. I don't care. I don't care what the new nurse's name is. Let me sleep. Don't wake me up at 7 a.m. during a shift change. Because you know I've been up all night with the baby. They're like, do you need anything? Yes, I need silence. I need you to lock my door. Is there a do not disturb sign I can hang on my door? Okay, I love nurses, by the way. I love them. They're so helpful. Lactation consultants, fantastic. Don't forget to see one in the hospital while you have the chance. Okay, in this little pouch, I put a phone plugger in or thing, and then I have like a 10-foot cable in here. Try to get the longest, cable you can for your phone, because the outlets at the hospital can sometimes be pretty far away from the bed. I would say at least a 6-foot cable, but 10 foot if you can. And then I have my going home outfit, which really in the past I've worn leggings and my robe home. No one sees you unless you're going home to like some big parade, which I'm not. No one sees you being wheeled out of the hospital and straight into your car. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, people see you, but they're not like, they don't care. Or at least I don't care. I don't know. So I just packed some maternity joggers. Do yourself a favor, pack some maternity anything because you're still gonna look like, they say 6 months pregnant, but really you're gonna look, I look like I'm still full term. So I'm just packing these joggers. I got them off Amazon. They're so comfortable. They're flowy. They're not tight. And then they're tapered at the bottom, which kind of feels nice. Not as like scrubby. Cause I don't want no scrub. I also packed a sports bra for going home. And oh, I guess I probably need a shirt. Yeah, I could probably wear this as a shirt. It's just a cardigan. And it's kind of like a cardigan robe. It has this little thing, and I thought, you know what, that will be comfortable and good to go. If you've noticed, there are a lot of things that I'm not packing, like diapers. The hospital provides those. Wipes. Postpartum care for you. I love the Freedom Mom brand. There are so many things I love about it. The ice packs. Put your vagina on the rocks. The postpartum underwear. I should get out what, let me just show you the postpartum underwear. I don't want no scrubs. I have a whole postpartum kit in my bathroom. It comes with some ice packs, which are incredible. I learned that at the first hospital I delivered 3 of my babies at, they did not offer these, but what they did do is put ice inside of a diaper and put that in my underwear, and that was magic. So if you are unsure if your hospital is going to provide an ice pack or anything like that, I would pack a couple, but I know that the hospital I'm delivering at has something basically the same as this. You like crack it, it gets real cold. Oh, and it feels amazing, especially if you've had stitches, if you've torn, which is, again, very common. Okay, let me see what I have in this medical basket. These are from one hospital that I delivered at. Do you know what you're looking at right here? Comfort. That's right. Believe it or not, these are underwear. One size fits most. See? Underwear. Amazing. These are the most comfortable things that you're gonna have postpartum, and they facilitate a lot of layers down here because you're gonna have a pad, and then you're gonna have like tux pads, which my hospital also provides. And can I just tell you, like, it makes me want to cry. Oh my gosh, the smell of it. Oh gosh, get a good waft of that. This smells like postpartum to me, which is going to be such a bittersweet time. Oh, holy crap. It's crazy how your olfactory senses can just send you right back to that time, you know? It's such a special time, but there's a lot involved in it. Okay, hospital will also provide you with these extra luxurious pads. This is a pad straight from the hospital, and this is like an always overnight ultra extra absorbent kind of thing, so you can see the difference in size. But also, the last time I delivered, they literally used a pee pad, like a doggy pee pad. So yeah, they have all the tricks up their sleeves to help you out. And then I will show you, just to compare the underwear, these are the Frida brand underwear, so they're a little more secure, and I just feel like these are nicer. So if you want to opt for these, the hospital I'm delivering at, their underwear is more like these than the super mesh ones. That's like a hairnet. Like, that's how flexible they are. I don't know how else to, I mean, it's literally like a hairnet, you know? I'm trying to think what else I can compare it to, but that's pretty much the best comparison. These are like a nice hair tie, like the good quality ones where your hair doesn't flop around. So if you know that your hospital won't have anything more secure, maybe pack a couple of these, but I do know that mine has the Primo underwear. And then stool softeners, my hospital provides those, but Freedom Mom also has, believe it or not, some poop gummies. What are these called? Postpartum gummies for pooping? That's exactly what they're called. It's a prebiotic and a fiber supplement. You know, you're gonna need that. Just to help ease with those discomforts too. There's a lot going on postpartum in your body. What's in here? Okay, I packed some toiletries, nothing crazy. Hair ties, nail clippers. I got glasses. I got face wash. I got deodorant. You're gonna want that. If you happen to take a shower, which last time I did not, because typically after birth, Alex doesn't stay the night and no one else is with me, so I don't want to like shower when no one's there, you know. Last time Alex left before I was in my full recovery room because we have like 4 other kids at home, you know. So anyway, I was unable to shower at the hospital, but if you think you'll be able to or squeeze in the time, I have packed some body wash and then shampoo and conditioner. I just found these in the travel section. Also have contact solution, toothbrush, toothpaste, revolutionary, eye drops, face moisturizer, and a couple of face wipes. That's it, because after you deliver, at the very least, you're gonna want to freshen up a little bit. And you know what I forgot to put in here? Dry shampoo, because that saves my dang life, especially if you want to get a couple shots of you postpartum with your baby. Like, you don't want to be looking all disheveled and stuff, unless you do, and then hey, it's your prerogative. I will also throw my makeup bag in here. I have very minimal makeup that I use every day. It comes in a little bag like this, and I'll just throw that in there when I'm preparing to leave. But it just makes you feel like a human being if you take the 5 to 10 minutes to like get yourself together. And especially if you just want to take a couple, you know, nice photos of yourself and your new baby. Because you're gonna have a cute new baby, okay? And it's a fun time. All right, anything I forgot? Let me think. I made a list on my phone. Water bottle, that's a good one. Water bottle, need that. Some hospitals don't offer, like the hospital I'm delivering at offers a really large with a straw and a handle water bottle. It's enormous and I love it, but it's not insulated. So I wanna pack my insulated water bottle because I love cold water all the time. But I know at the first hospital I delivered at, they did not have that. They had a pitcher and then this crappy little 6-ounce styrofoam cup. And I just remember I kept pouring water and it just wasn't, pack a water bottle. Cause you gotta hydrate, purifies that soul. All right, I think that's everything. If you notice, I did not pack anything for Alex because again, he leaves. He doesn't like stay the night or anything because we have other kids to tend to, so he comes home. I'll probably pack my camera and that's about it. All right, moving on to my birth plan. Oh, you're also going to need like your insurance card and your ID and all that good stuff, but I'm gonna have that in my purse with me. So this is currently my birth plan. Short, simple, to the point. Your nurse is not gonna sit there reading a dissertation, okay? So one side was during labor, the other side was after delivery, and that is Mama Natural's birth plan. Let me just show it to you on the computer real quick so you can see all the options. I deleted a lot of them. Okay, so this is completely downloadable. You go on naturalmama.com and she will email you a birth plan and it's editable. Editable? Whatever, you can edit it and put your name here. I took out lights dim because I don't give a crap about that. If you want intermittent monitoring, you can delete anything. If you don't want a water birth, you say F you to that. No episiotomy, just keep that on, okay? You don't want one. Again, there are so many decisions that you can make for yourself. Food and drink for mama. I know my hospital won't really do that, so, and you know, I can always ask. I just didn't want to put it on my birth plan, so I took that out. No students, please. If you want to keep that on there. Pitocin, VBAC, no IV. Nitrous oxide is an option in many hospitals these days. So as you can see, free movement, no medication. Those are a couple other options as well. No forceps or vacuum extraction. I figure that's like a last resort. So if they need to, they don't do that for no reason, okay? So I left it on there. Also, lotus birth as an option, very cool. After delivery, you also have so many decisions that you need to make. I encourage you to do your research and really figure out what is best for you and your family. Donating cord blood, we are not doing that. Again, you can just touch on any of the pictures and delete them. Save placenta, delayed cord clamping, very important. Immediate skin to skin, also great. Partner to cut cord, if they're into that. Breastfeeding ASAP. no vitamin K or oral vitamin K, no circumcision, or no eye ointment or delay the eye ointment, no bath for baby. This, if you don't know why someone would opt into that, is because the vernix is magical. Keep that vernix on the baby for, you know, at least a day, 2, 5 days. Rub it into their skin, not off of their skin. It is so magical. So I don't know, look into vernix, okay? It's great. My babies aren't born with a lot of it because they're typically born a little later. Delayed exams for bonding, no formula, no hepatitis B vaccine, limited visitors, no pacifiers. And then they also have an option down here for gentle cesarean specific. So if you just want to keep this on here just in case, you never know what's going to happen. And then you have all of these choices as well. And you can, you know, delete or add whatever. The thing I like about this birth plan is that it's very simple. There are pictures. It keeps it to the point. Lotus birth. All right, got it. The nurse can look at this very quickly and really get a grasp on what you're wanting during your birth. Okay, I feel like I've been talking forever. I also feel like I could have talked for an hour longer and gone into more detail. I do plan on making like a postpartum Q&A, or I don't know, maybe like a labor and delivery Q&A. So maybe that will be coming in the future, but for now, that is what's in my hospital bag. That is the baby update, and that is my birth plan. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, put a little happy in your day. I'll see you next time. Bye. It's your prerogative.